Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg. I'm Village President Al Larson. In this episode, we'll be joined by Theresa Olbera from the Prairie Arts Foundation. Then we'll talk to Marina Lvovich from the Barn. We'll close out the program by talking with Joe Podlasek from the Trickster Art Gallery. All of this and more today here on Speaking of Schaumburg. The Prairie Arts Foundation is working to reach a new awareness and partnership in the Schaumburg area. Here to tell us more is Theresa Olbera, Executive Director of the Foundation. Well, welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg.
Thank you.
You've been here before, though, haven't you?
I have been here before.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Where have I been? What have I been? Oh, boy. Doing lots of work for the Foundation and trying to help support programs here at the Prairie Center. And this particular event that we're working on now is a new event that basically takes parts donated from area manufacturing companies, gives those parts to teams of students here in District 211 and at Harper College, as well as professional artists. They will take those parts and create sculpture from them, and then those sculptures will be auctioned off at our event in February.
How many of these sculptures do you anticipate?
We anticipate about anywhere between 6 and 10 sculptures, and we've got all 5 schools in District 211, plus, again, Harper College. So we'll have 6 sculptures created by teams of students, and then we hope to augment that with some sculptures created by professional artists from the area.
And this will be auctioned off where and when? This
will be on February 10th, which is a Friday. And it will take place at Amada America, which is here in Schaumburg. They are the title sponsor for this event, and they're hosting it for us.
Well, this is interesting. It's kind of half art and half advanced manufacturing.
Yes, yes.
Where does this idea come from?
Well, we've wanted to. If you've heard of the STEM to STEAM movement, STEM is disciplines: science, technology, engineering, math. And that's a real focus in education these days. And what we're trying to do is make sure that the arts, the creativity that goes with innovation, that doesn't get lost in the midst of all that. So taking STEM, adding the arts, turning it to STEAM, and so that's the reasoning, I guess.
So you're getting all the high schools involved in this?
Yeah.
In District 211?
Yeah, we have teams of students, anywhere from 2 to 5 students on each team, 1 team from each school. And the students are from across the curriculum. So you might have an engineering student, you'll have an art student, you'll have maybe 3D art student, and then the students themselves are video recording the process itself. So we'll have a video record from start to finish of their projects, and we'll be able to show those at the event and help to promote it in advance of the event.
Tell me about this event that takes place at the culmination of the creation of these artwork.
Yeah, it's going to be in 2 parts. The first part will run from about 4:30 to 6, and that part will be free to the public, free admission. And again, both parts will be at Amada. The first part will be a reception. All of the sculptures will be on display. There will be a demonstration of some of the machines at Amada, some of the huge machines that manufacture parts like the ones that are used to create these sculptures. And then it will also include awards. The student projects will be judged.
By whom?
And Anita Ivy Miller is one of our judges. She is actually has experience in judging the Prairie Arts Festival, which takes place here on the grounds over Memorial Weekend.
Sure.
So she is she's going to be one of the judges, and she was here the other night when we did a drawing for the parts so that the schools could each get a box of parts.
You say a box of parts. I mean, they just bring this stuff out here and okay, make a sculpture out of it?
Yeah, the parts could be anything from, we've had magnets, plastic auto parts, gears,
Where does this come from? I mean, it had to become. It had been done before somewhere.
No, we certainly haven't done it before. It may have been done. I'm not sure in other parts of the country or whatever. But yeah, no, we haven't done it before. It's kind of an idea that came from a couple of us here at the Prairie Center, and took it to our events committee, and the events committee just loved it. It's a fun new idea. It's a great way to raise awareness of the Prairie Center and the arts, and it's also kind of a nice way to raise awareness of all of the manufacturing that goes on.
Advanced manufacturing, yeah.
Yeah, in this community. It's amazing.
How many companies are involved?
Here. Probably about 10 to 12 companies that are involved. Most of them donated parts. Some of them are providing sponsorships. So
tell me about the
really
sponsorship
nice.
aspect. How does that work?
Well, we have a title sponsor. Amada is hosting it for us. And then we have other sponsorships available if you wanted to have a table at the pre-event reception, for example, and be able to talk to students and their families who might be interested in careers in
Who would do this
advanced
talking?
manufacturing.
Who would do this?
It would be some of the companies that are involved. So Innovative Components, for example, GCamp, which is the Golden Corridor Advanced Manufacturing Partnership, which is an organization trying to raise awareness of manufacturing career opportunities. The Technology and Manufacturing Association will be there. I believe Harper College might be there.
And it's really unique, too. I mean, it's like you're doing what with...
Yeah, we're really excited. Everybody that we talked to about it, the schools are very excited. The students, when they opened their boxes the other evening to see what was inside them, they were so excited, and they were just, you could just see the ideas just kind of...
What's the timeline here?
Their projects will be back to us by the 27th of January, and then the judging will take place between that date and the date of the event.
So it's not that far off, is it?
No, not very far off at all. Yeah.
When you got the kids or the young folks involved in this, what criteria did you use to entice them?
We kind of left that in the hands of their teachers. We started with the faculty, and most specifically, I worked with the art department director for District 211, who is the art director at Palatine High School.
Boy, that's fascinating. It really is.
It's fun. It's fun. It's really been a neat process, and I think it's going to accomplish its purpose, which is to create more awareness of the arts and the arts in manufacturing and technology.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Look forward to this exciting event.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. The Schaumburg Barn provides a place for seniors to enjoy food and friends. Learn more next here, speaking of Schaumburg. The Schaumburg Barn offers a welcoming atmosphere for area seniors. Marina Lvovich, Senior Services Coordinator, is here to tell us more. Well, welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg.
Thank you very much. It's
Tell
a pleasure
me
being here.
what your job entails and
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm the Senior Services Coordinator for the Village of Schaumburg Senior Program. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. We offer a nutritious lunch for a low cost of $3 1/4 for area seniors, as well as a variety of social activities.
where does the food come from?
We actually cater from the organization is called Hoffman House. We actually partner with the Community Nutrition Network, and their organization handles the food aspect of our program.
It's CNN. It sounds like a broadcasting
Oh,
company.
yeah. It's always funny going to the store when you're shopping for something and you say, I work for CNN, Community Nutrition Network.
You have to put that disclaimer at the end of that, right?
Absolutely, always.
So what got you interested in servicing seniors and the programs that take place at the barn? Tell us about some of the programs that are over there. I know certainly bingo is over there.
Bingo is definitely a top hit, definitely. Well, actually, it started off with me working for about 9 years doing activities for seniors, and it kind of became a passion of mine. I came to the Schaumburg Barn about 4 years ago, and it's a wonderful place for socialization, for people to meet each other, and we offer so many wonderful services, resources for seniors, different socialization activities, and also a good place to have a good meal.
What's your background?
Background?
Yeah, your background in terms of, you graduated from Northeastern, is that correct?
I graduated from Northeastern University, yes. I have a teaching degree in math and science education. Actually, you know, sometimes life throws you in for a loophole, but I have, like I said, worked for about 9 years doing activities and did a lot of volunteering.
What's a typical day at the barn? Well, you know.
Typical day at the barn. Well, we have different days that are typical at the barn.
Well, tell us about all of them.
We're going to start the new year right. We're going to have some special desserts in January. We're also going to have a unique party with a theme of denim and diamonds. So please be sure to check out our webpage and sign up for some fun events coming up in January.
Really?
Denim and diamonds.
It sounds alliterative, doesn't it?
Yes.
What's your service area?
We mainly service Schaumburg and Hoffman Estate seniors, but we do have seniors that come from Roselle and just other surrounding suburbs that might not have a place like the barn in their area.
So you don't turn people away then, do you?
We don't.
Okay.
Never.
And what's your population over there? How many people and what's the age group?
We average about 45 to 50 people a day, which is a great number. In terms of age, we have people who are in their early 60s to their late 90s.
Late 90s.
Late 90s, and I tell you, I sometimes look at some of those people in their late 90s and they're running around the barn and they're driving and they're so active and they volunteer. And maybe that's what keeps them going, is coming to a place like the barn. And you know, one of the things they say, we have people who have been coming to the barn for a couple days. We have people who have been coming to the barn for over 20 years.
Really?
Yes. And
wow.
The ones that have been coming there for 20 years, the saying goes, the barn is their second home.
They love it over there, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
And I do too.
Make friends?
They make friends, absolutely. You know, we have people that come from all backgrounds. We have people that are just coming in to socialize. We have people who are lonely and don't have families in the area. We have people who have lost a significant others, and it's a healing place for them. So the barn really is different for different people.
Okay. Do they pay anything for the meals?
Yes. Lunch is $3 1/4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Thursday is a special day, and it's $2.
Now, there's a project. I understand that the seniors at the barn were heavily involved with this intergenerational.
Oh yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, quite special. The intergenerational garden. We take part in that. Usually around late May and all through the summer, along with the teen center that's right below the barn, and in great part with the public works of the village of Schaumburg. I mean, they just are amazing.
Where's the garden
job
located?
They do. It's just outside the barn, and we plant all sorts of veggies and.
Who picks the
Usually it's John Kraft from Public Works, but we help in deciding. We get together with the Teen Center, my supervisor, Doree Bryant, and Public Works, and we kind of decide on what we're having. And I tell you, I have never tasted such great tomatoes, ever.
Now, that's great. I mean, so the food is consumed on site, right? I mean, it's part of the menu?
Absolutely, yes. You know, a lot of the people don't like to cook or aren't able to cook or aren't able to shop anymore, and to have a variety throughout the month, to have different types of food that's hot, and you don't even have to do the dishes, which is the great part.
I can understand that, really.
Oh,
really.
yes. Oh, yes. But we do have, what keeps the barn going is the great amount of volunteers that we have. We have people who help out, doing the trays after lunch. We have people who deliver and serve trays to the seniors who aren't able to come and pick it up. Seniors who help out in the kitchen, and our hostesses and welcoming new people. And I give them a lot of credit, and that's what really keeps the barn going.
What are some of the special events you have throughout the year as far as the barn is concerned?
Well, definitely our special holidays. It's hard to imagine, but our seniors really like to get up and dance and move and have fun and laugh. And usually we try to do at least 2 special events during each month, especially around the holidays.
Okay.
But we do have a lot of senior-led special activities such as left, right, center and bunco. If you come into the barn, you have every table is playing a different card game. Some are playing Kings in a Corner, some are playing bridge, some are playing, and it's great. It's great. Anyone who, whether you're coming off from the street or whether you've signed up, anyone can find a friend at the barn.
Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds great. Yeah.
It is. And you're welcome to join anytime.
Well, I don't mind maybe calling out the bingo numbers. That can be kind of fun.
We are always looking for bingo callers.
Bingo callers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, it sounds great. No, it sounds great. Is there a phone number they can call it?
Absolutely. You can either go online to the Village of Schaumburg and look up the Senior Citizens page to have full access to our webpage that has a calendar and list of events, or you can call 847-524-7496 and reach us directly to sign up for an upcoming date.
Sounds great. And one more question I have for you. Pronounce your last name for me.
Lvovich.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Trickster Art Gallery is a unique treasure in Schaumburg. Learn more next here on Speaking of Schaumburg. Since it opened in 2005, the Trickster Art Gallery has created a unique contemporary view of Native American arts, culture, and education, and awareness. Here to tell us more is Joe Podlasek, CEO of the Art Gallery.
Good morning, Mayor.
Now, I know you've been asked many, many times, but I'm going to ask you one more time on camera here.
Sure.
Where did the term trickster come from?
So the trickster, it comes from, it's derived from a native spiritual being, is what it is. And what it does, it's a spiritual educator that takes, when we all look at a piece of art, we all can see something different. But when we leave, the trickster is what kind of challenges us, replays that vision of the art, and then makes you think about what you really saw, what you learned. And it doesn't always give you the right answer. So it challenges you. And why we chose trickster is because a trickster exists in every culture, not just in Native culture. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of trickster tales, but it may not be called trickster, but that concept exists in every culture, and that's what we want to do, is make sure that all cultures are welcome at the Trickster Art Gallery.
Now, where are you located? Where's that?
We're at 190 South Roselle, right here in beautiful Schaumburg. We share a lot with Bonefish Restaurant, to give you an idea, right behind the library. So the pond is between us, that we have a lot of fun there too.
How long have you been doing this, Joe?
This is now going to be 12 beautiful years, and thanks to your leadership and ideas about bringing some more art and culture into the community, we're proud to be here and sharing new and exciting arts this coming year too. Tell
us about the art that's coming online, and tell us about some of the beautiful paintings that you have.
So some of the paintings we have with us today, we have a new artist from Oklahoma. She actually lives in Nevada now, Onika Jones, who is the picture behind us here. And she's an emerging artist who will be exhibiting in April of 2017. And in front of us here we have some beautiful art that we're growing into new levels of artists. So Brent Learn and George Levi. George is also a veteran. Their exhibit that's going to be on display for several months at the Trickster just came from the Smithsonian in DC. So we're gaining that recognition, those partnerships. And then we also have watercolor paints by Ramos Sanchez, who is a World War II veteran, Native veteran. And Charles Norman Shea, he just came out with a new book, and it's about his experience as the first wave at D-Day to land on Normandy.
Now, what's unique about the Trickster Gallery? What can someone expect to see if they visit?
So a lot of times people think American Indian art or artifacts, and they think museum type art. We talk about a live contemporary art of what's going on today. Do we have some elements in cases with museum quality material? Sure, because we want to remember our past as we build into the future. But you'll see live dynamic colors, some great pottery, all kinds of jewelry. But it's really a great learning experience for the kids in schools. So we're always looking to educate at a young age. In 2017, we're going to make some really great strides, both online and in the classroom, to help with school budgets.
Okay, that's interesting. So you have tours from classes and
Yeah, we took the time to and worked with not only our Native artists, but some Alaskan artists, some Hawaiian, and some folks from South America and Mexico. And what we did is we painted a map on the floor, well, it's actually on some cushions, that the kids can walk across and learn from about 1820, when it was all native land. And it's color-coded for languages. So it fits into that core curriculum that students need to learn, teachers need to teach about. So we can help them explain the importance of languages. While we have a teepee there so they can see what that is, we're going to be building a longhouse there. And there's some interactive hands-on tables. That's what separates us from a museum. We want kids to go in and touch and feel the part of how we were raised.
How many Native American tribes are represented at the Trickster Gallery?
There's probably over 100 different tribes that we work with regularly. So we like to mix it up. It's not only one particular tribe.
What's your tribe?
I'm Ojibwe from northern Wisconsin, Lakota.
Okay.
And I'm also of Polish descent, so that's a pretty unique mix.
I was going to bring that up. Podlasek doesn't sound like it's Native American.
It's not your typical native name, right? But my dad was Polish, and my mom was full-blood Native.
You were working with the American Indian Center prior to your coming to Schaumburg, or?
Yeah, I was for 14 years, I was the longest-running executive director in their history. And I also worked for another 6 years in social services and working with the community youth programs. So making that transition to Schaumburg and enjoying the beautiful space here and connecting with the residents and surrounding communities has been beautiful and very rewarding.
Now, there's a sculpture on the site over there. Explain that to me.
It's called the Heart of the Basket Weaver. And what it is, it's a beautiful bronze statue of a woman with a crown on that has the images and animal representations of this area. And what it does is her hair curls down into a big basket by her feet. And we believe that's where the strength of a lot of Native culture is in our hair and our ceremonies, and then it makes that basket. Cliff has also designed the centerpiece in the Capitol building in DC. So he has a beautiful sculpture there too. So to have him here was a great partnership with the village of Schaumburg to make that happen.
You've got this great portrait of a Native American on one wall.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Mr. Joe Yazzie, he is Navajo Vietnam vet. It's a 20-foot by 20-foot image created by Dennis Monarchy, who's a photographer, built the largest film camera in the world. And he selects one person from each community, of each ethnicity, and then displays them around outside. And he donated that picture of Joe Yazzie to the gallery to be displayed. And then right under there, Joe is a master artist too. So his artwork is on display there.
And what are some of the events coming up in this coming year?
So this year, we're going to be expanding our programs. Now the gallery is full of art. We've got wonderful connections with artists across the country. So that's going to continue. But now we want to engage more with our youth, adults, family programming. So we're strengthening our youth program, which will also include some prevention. Let's keep them busy, out of mischief. So that's a nice Village of Schaumburg, working with the school districts effort. And then we're building, we have some world championship dancers that are going to be doing a workshop series for teachers so that they can bring that material back to the classroom. So it doesn't take us to be in the classroom every time. We want to teach the teachers.
Is there a number they can call to get more information?
Oh, they can always call 847-301-2090. Email me at joep@trickstergallery.com, or visit our website, fabulous website that we're going to be working on making even more interactive. The other thing that has become a signature event that's bringing people from the White House, from the Pentagon, Soldiers for Life, is our national gathering of veterans. So this year it'll be held at July 21st through the 23rd, 2017. So what we do is we celebrate and talk about...
Where's that going to take place?
It's actually going to take place at Cantigny Park.
Sure.
Beautiful Army facility, so it makes sense to do it there, just because of the magnitude and the size of it. But we bring Native veterans in from all over the country. We've had them from Connecticut, Florida, all in the Midwest, Washington State, California. They all fly in or travel in. And then this year we're making that special initiative to bring and celebrate all veterans. Because it kind of got, the language kind of got a little confusing, that everyone thought it was just for Native veterans, but it's really not. We have all of these wonderful workshops around benefits. And that ties in with our partnership with the Chicago Blackhawks and our Wall of Honor. So you got to watch the Blackhawks every now and then. We go on the ice with a veteran and our Eagle staff about once a month.
Okay.
And then through the playoffs. So.
Well, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you coming by.
My pleasure.
And you've got some tremendous artwork on display, and I urge anyone watching the program to drop in on Joe and see what's there.
And again, thank you for your leadership and ability to allow us to do this here in Schaumburg. We love it.
Well, it's unique, and it's certainly worth talking further about it and planning further for it. So that'll do it for this episode of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us again next month for an all-new episode. Until then, I'll see you around town and at the Trickster Gallery.